Can you hear me? You got that, Diane? All right. And I have this picture up for a reason. You know, we always do these shows, we have been doing them in Florida. We have a big East Coast. Everyone says, why don't you ever come west? Come west. Next year, we're going west. We're going to the Hilton Las Vegas, Lake Las Vegas. Okay? September 10th. September 10th, mark your calendar. It's a great place, outside the Strip. We all go to the Strip maybe a lot for conference and stuff. This is something different. If you haven't been to Lake Las Vegas, they put over, they closed it down, but then they put about $200 million into this. It used to be a Ritz-Carlton, now it's the Westin and a Hilton. Great golf course, and they even have a boat. So we like boats. We like boats. And which reminds me, if you're planning on going on a boat tonight, must have one of these. See Jenny or Barb at the front. Make sure we're at capacity. So we have some extras that want to get in. So we want to make sure we get everybody in that wants to go. And we're going to meet down here in the lobby at
ground floor.
Ground floor, bottom. Oh, we'll have signage.
Yes.
So ground floor, follow the signs. And we're going to take a short little bus ride, not long. It's only like a mile down. But Lloyd didn't want to walk. No, you're not going to. So a lot of people, so it'll be a short, we might have to make a couple trips. Oh, we got 4
Yeah, so there
shuttles.
should be a problem.
Wow, so everyone's going over one time. Great, great. So I want everyone here in the room, if this is your first show, CoCard Sales Conference, please stand up. This is your first conference, please stand up.
Wow, awesome.
Hey, let's give them a hand. Notice, take a look at these folks. I'm not gonna, normally when I do at these events, I have everyone go and introduce themselves. We got so many people, I'm not gonna do that, but go up, introduce yourselves to these folks, get to know what they do, and thank you very much. And, you know, it's interesting what brings us all together. It has to do with credit card processing. Most of us joined CoCard, and when I joined almost 20 years ago, believe it, I knew nothing about credit card processing. But joining CoCard, what brought me to CoCard was I thought I could make more money. The buy rates. I mean, that's typically why we all got here, is we wanted a better opportunity on the merchant processing side of the game. However, what we found is that after we joined this unique company, that's just such a small part of it. Most of the things that I do in my operation today, I've learned from other members of CoCard. And in this sales conference, as we evolve, and in my 20 years of CoCard, I've seen a lot of members come, seen some go, I've seen some go high rise, and I've seen some fall. And the one thing I see in common of the offices that tend to always achieve as we go through all these economy changes, technology changes. I remember when I got into the business, they said, oh, I remember, I'm not going to name names, he was a member of CoCard no longer, but he says, I got to get out of this business. I go, why? He goes, have you ever heard of this interchange plus pricing? It's going to put us all out of business. I go, interchange plus, what's that? I didn't know what that meant. Well, lo and behold, everyone went to interchange plus. A lot of people are making more money today than they ever made before. Then I heard, oh, have you ever heard of this thing called PayPal? Back around 2000, 2001, oh, this PayPal, it's going to put us all out of business. You got to go find another industry. Well, lo and behold, we had members make their biggest run during the PayPal. Then the Durbin Amendment. Oh my God, Durbin regulation. What happened? Scott knows what happened. Okay, we all actually profited from Durbin. Most of us, a lot of us, the old tiered pricing, but. And in a square, whatever it might be, the offices that I've seen in CoCard that tend to achieve, and they're always near the top, evolve. They're constantly evolving. They're not afraid to go out of the box. And most of the things we're going to talk about in these next 2 days has to do with the evolution of your company. Diversification having opportunities. We all know that today, making 10 basis points or sometimes 5 basis points at 4 cents may not do it. We have to do it in other places. Value add, value add, value add. So we have brought together some opportunities today. And let's just look at the value add. Jenny, can you go back to my second slide, please? I'm going to ask I'm going to show a raise a hand when I go through all these different opportunities, the income that people make in this room outside of credit card processing. Let me see a show of hands. ATM. How many of you sell ATM? Look at the room. Wayne, stand up for a second. How many ATMs do you have out there?
Under our control, around 3,000.
3,000. Then we have others. Dan Combs, stand up. Where are you? How many ATMs do you have out there? About 80. 3,000 to 80. But I guarantee if you look at their financial statement, there's money they're making on that. So if any of you want to know about ATM, we have people here, members of CoCard. If you ever thought about ATM, go talk to them. They'll either set you up or they'll tell you what to do. There's other things, above store management. Those of you in the point of sale system, audio system management. I know people making money there. Backup disaster recovery. Analytics. How many of you make money off of some sort of wobbly or analytics? Let me see a show of hands. Yeah. Supplemental breach insurance. We have a company here that's going to meet with us today that's talking about how many you make money off of breach insurance. Income. Opportunity. Well, there's plenty of opportunity there. Cellular failure. Church kiosks. Cloud services. Data analytics. Email hosting. Firewall management. Where's Mike? Minogue? Or yeah, Mike Seymour. How many of these do you guys integrate in your plethora?
Probably 30-40%.
30 to 40% of these services you guys make money on. Gift cards, hardware professionals. Go to the next slide. Internet services. How many of you provide an internet service to a company? Anybody? Melbourne, 1, 2. Mike? There's Mike. I was going to... Now I know where you're at. Lighting management, loyalty programs, managed virus, merchant loans. How many of you have had any merchant loans? Alex? Yeah, look at the hands that go up. Payroll services. How many of you do payroll? Started. Opportunity there. Online ordering. We know point of sale people do make money off online ordering. Security systems. Who's ever put together integrated a security system in a company? Camera, security, Brandon. Look at these hands. Okay. Social media services. What's that? Getting somebody set up so they're on different social media. VoIP. Scott, stand up. Where are you? Oklahoma. You guys you got into this voice over internet IP or whatever, right? How is that what it is? VoIP? So you were in the point of sale business, credit card, and now you're doing a lot of VoIPs. How does that work?
It's really easy to do. We've got about 300 phones out in service in the field right now.
Why is it so easy?
You set them up, you put the phone in, and you're done. You get monthly residual.
I like that. If you want to know more information, go see Scott. That's the beauty of CoCard. Web hosting, Wi-Fi, public. Somebody says we do public Wi-Fi. It was Chris Rump. My point is, people, if you take all the other revenue that people in this room make, it's probably greater than our CoCard portfolio revenue. So in the next couple days, we're going to focus in, and we have established relationships here. And Raymond, can you come up here for a second? When you pull up our vendor, I forgot to put this, our list of vendors. Have any of you ever looked on our website and CoCard.net? And we have a list of our vendors, right? So being part of CoCard, this man negotiates, helps. We have committees. So a product comes and okay, Ray, you got to vet it out. And then he works with our legal. So we put together this collaborative opportunity. And we have basically three types of vendors that we work with, and many of them are here these next couple days. They invested, they brought their people down here, and we're just going to go over the kind of the three tiers of vendors. And if you've never looked at this list, we've spent the money legal. We spent the legal money to negotiate these contracts with the vendors and collaborative pricing. Many of these things I talked about here today, we already have the setup. So can you kind of run through for the group? We have what we call...
The three tiers you want to go through?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have a preferred vendor,
We have a preferred vendor, which everything goes through CoCard, revenue and everything.
like Authorize.net, Cabbage.
Cabbage, the CoCard Gateway, some of the new POS systems that we put out there with revenue. There's a whole bunch of them, okay? And then we have the next level, which is not a preferred vendor, but a
Referral vendor.
I'm sorry, I don't have.
Where you would deal directly. So one vendor is all the money sort of flows through CoCard, like our credit card processing, kind of like on the 90-10 rev share.
Yeah.
The other vendors, we just collaborate, negotiate, but we want you to deal direct, like a Zero Leasing, a leasing company. They're going to deal directly with you. We're trying to work toward that with Absolution. We're working that way now with Linga, where you're going to be able to deal. We've negotiated a collaborative agreement, but you can deal directly.
Yes, and then the third type is one that we reviewed the agreement for you, but it's just a direct relationship between you and them. Because for some reason, maybe our attorney, CoCard's attorney, wouldn't allow CoCard to actually sign that agreement directly, but it was okay for the office to do because it's just some of the management of that agreement. One of the things you do want to look at is just, like, for instance, I was just talking to Jason. Where are you at? Jason Alba?
Right.
Okay. One of the things before we bring a vendor on, we love offices who volunteer to go ahead and do a pilot with them. And Jason's doing a pilot that Andy and I set up for him. Andy Anderson, where are you at?
Right here.
Okay. I thought I seen you there. Yeah. Andy and I, we work together on a lot of these where we'll start bouncing these vendors off of each other, trying to figure out, that some of the offices send to us. And Jason volunteered to work at one, and he actually just told me in the hallway, because I was just asking him how it went. He said out of 6 merchants he presented this new product to, 5 of them jumped on it. Okay? And, terrible. I mean, it's terrible results. I know. I know. I was thinking the same thing. Andy, what's wrong with you, Jason? No,
6 for 6, I don't know.
no, he said the last person was not there, so that's why they didn't take it. But it's a great product, because it was something Andy and I both were kind of interested, but, not every product is needed in every market space, okay? There's certain products that, I was trying to figure out how would I sell this in my market space. And then when Jason and I think Marcy Wise, she actually volunteered to do it, because we sent it on the Google group. And that's what we need. We need your responses. When we send stuff out like that, or if you got a product that you're interested in, go out and do us a favor. Go out and try it for a while. Go get a success history with it. Then that way we can bring it in. Because I can tell you, I can look over the history. We've spent a lot of money on attorney fees, a lot of time bringing on products that someone said, this was a great product, right? Bring it on. And that same person never even used the product, never. And so we want to make sure it's something that's beneficial for all, but it'll help create more revenue for you. Because some of these products that we go vend don't even go through CoCard. It goes right into your bank account, and we never get a percentage of it. But we want to help your office become more successful.
Well, thank you. Let's give Ray a hand. You did a good job. Those vendors that supported us here for these next couple of days, helped us go on this cruise tonight, helped us eat this breakfast and the lunch we had today. Let's make sure we go talk to them, figure out what they do, thank them, and let's give our vendors a hand. Let's get into the guts of this thing. If you look at our agenda, we've got a busy, heavy schedule. We're going to roll them. It's kind of an ADD thing where we just go boom, 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 boom. We don't spend too much time on any one thing. But we're very excited about the evolution of our brand revenue. And as many of you in the room know, we launched our own brand. Why? Well, it's really the diversification in the industry, so that we can have our own product. It's a white label product that we can compete in a certain area. And we started off with Revenue Android, then we went to the Windows, partnering with Up Solutions. We are now evolving that into a iPad solution. I know a lot of you in the room are selling, I sell mobile bikes as an example, and some other products. Some iPad is sort of the new hot thing. We've been working with Benzeron and Honor Haytag for about a year. I've known Honor for a long time. He's known CoCard for a long time. And we've been plodding along. We've had his eye on him, and he's had his eye on us. And we've been negotiating probably for the last year. We've had a few members kind of dive in and work with him. I beta tested the site using the iPad solution. And we finally came to agreement on not only an agreement with a white label so we can differentiate ourselves from the rest of the pack. And that's really the key. So when we go out and sell this product, some of you have a brochure here today, we have the materials, we developed a website. It's a product that you can sell that we believe now, from those of us selling iPad solution, a very robust product like mobile bikes, that this can compete with Toast, it can compete with mobile bikes, all of them out there. So we're going to introduce that to you this morning, and then we're going to do a breakout session on Saturday for those of you in the room that are interested. I know Dennis is going to, I have my partner in sales here, Dennis. He's going to be marketing this product. We're very excited about it. So we're just going to do an overview here first thing this morning. If you want to have questions, let's reserve them until the table. Honor will be here with another gentleman at their table. So Honor, why don't you come on up and we'll start this presentation. Let's give him a hand.